Good afternoon. I hope everybody's doing good and staying warm in this cold weather. This afternoon I am going to do some Salisbury steak meatballs, and I'm going to serve them over egg noodles with gravy. This is a recipe that I got from the Pioneer Woman many years ago, and I normally make the steaks, but today I'm going to do it in meatball form, and I'm going to lean this over so you can see. It calls for 1.5 pounds of burger. You can use all burger. I have part burger and part venison. And then you can also use turkey. I think turkey would be fine. You just need to watch. Turkey, sometimes dries out and cooks faster. So you may want to adjust the times and temps. But anyway, whichever way you choose to do it, like I said, I've got half hamburger and half venison burger. And what we're going to add to this first is a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. We have salt and pepper. And let me get a spoon. It calls for 2 teaspoons of dry mustard. Now, if you don't have that on hand, by all means, you can go to the store and get it. Some may not want to do this, but I have substituted regular yellow mustard. It's a different consistency, a different taste, but it adds to the Salisbury steaks, I think. So in a pinch, this is what I use. It also calls for a tablespoon, or you can use a little bit more of ketchup. We have a crushed bouillon cube, and I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I saw this morning. If you have the cubes and you want to use them, you just put the cube in between 2 pieces of saran wrap and use a meat tenderizer and just crush it and use it like this. By all means, you can get the bouillon that's already, what is it called? Better bouillon. You can use this, but this is the cube. And I keep these on hand as well as the chicken bouillon cubes. That way, if you don't have the chicken broth or beef broth, you can use this. So this goes in as well. And then the only other thing we have to add is, it says several dashes, or about 4 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And of course, I forgot to take the tab off, so let's do that real quick. There's always going to be something that I'm going to forget when I start doing this, but that's okay. So now we're going to put 4 dashes of this in here, or a few more. And I can already tell you that this is going to make more meatballs than I'm going to need tonight for what I need for my husband and I. And the good thing about it is, if you make more, then you can just cook them and freeze the rest of them. So you want to mix this really well. Get everything mixed in. And then I have a tray that I have prepared. And you're just going to start rolling out your meatballs. And no, I'm not going to make you watch me roll all these meatballs. Your next step is to brown the meatballs in your skillet on top of the stove, and then we're going to put them in the oven to finish. Then we're going to pop them in the oven until they're nice and brown. I guess about 15 minutes at 350 would be good. Okay, so I have removed the meatballs from the oven, and now I am working on my gravy. So I'm going to bend you over here so you can see. I'm using my electric skillet. I have cut up several onions. I love onions in my gravy. You can put less if you like. And if you can see, I have red onions in mine. It's what I had on hand, but whatever onions you want to thinly slice and use, you want to saute them first. I've added 2 cups of beef broth. Then you add 1 to 2 tablespoons of ketchup, a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to add a couple of dashes more, 3 or 4 of our Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to give that a stir. Mix that all up together. Now, while this is cooking, we need a thickener. So we're going to add some cornstarch. And in order to make it smooth before adding it to my gravy mixture, I'm just going to add a little bit of beef broth. And I believe the measurement is a teaspoon of the cornstarch. And hopefully this is going to do the magic that I want it to. If not, we will just add a little bit more. And you can tell by just stirring it if you've added enough or if you need to add more. And I'm thinking we're going to need a little bit more cornstarch. And while I'm working on my gravy, I just want to share with you guys, for years I would not make gravy. My mom made the best homemade turkey gravy and chicken gravy, and I just couldn't get it right. I didn't like the consistency. I didn't like the lumps in it. And when I finally got into my 30s, I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. And now I love making gravy and wished I hadn't waited as long as I had. Now this time it's working. See, it's thickening up. Perfect. Today I'm wearing another apron, and I want to say thank you to my friend Cynthia. She gave me this, and I just want her to know that I am wearing the apron that she gave to me today. So I have my egg noodles plated with my Salisbury steak meatballs, and now we're going to add a little bit of gravy. Well, we might add a little extra because I love my gravy. And now we're going to see what we think. That's very good. I hope you guys will give this a try. I will be leaving the recipe in my comments. And I want to thank you all for joining me here in my kitchen and following along. I really appreciate your support. Have a great day.